Hello there everyone. Today we're going to be looking at the 2-point capture system that I previously mentioned. So what you do is stand on the pressure plate, and then you can see that the dispenser fires and it sends it down a water track. And then it activates the RS NORs, and that's your team. At the ends is to accelerate the item so that it actually goes past the pressure point. So you could change the lever to match your team, and send your tick again, and it activates the other RS NOR. So it's a pretty simple device, but it took a lot of work to make it this compact. So here we go for the building part. Alright, so we'll start off with the control panel, which the pressure plates will activate. And this will send the signal to the dispenser and the pistons. The pistons are to allow the item to fall down if you're not on the pressure plates actively. Okay, so this is the pressure plates. It took a bit of fancy wiring to get this correct, because the space it was in. Okay, and here we go. So the pressure plates will go on top of these, but we'll get to that later. The lever will go on top of that block, and then so that's the lever control. This will depict which RS NOR is active, depending on your team, so the lever affects that. Okay, so now we're doing the lever end gates. Not quite end gates yet, just inverters. Oops. Here we go. And here's the actual RS NORs. Right, so now we're getting onto the opposite end of the end gate. So this will come from the pressure plate. It needs to be timed after the reset, which we'll get to in just a moment. We need an inverter to prevent it from sending a signal all the time. So this will be the reset. It will happen faster than the lower part. Oops. And the pressure plate will go right here on that, so that the item can fall. Here is the dispenser activation as well as the pistons. This is the line that will activate the pistons. They'll go right below this. Just gotta figure out where exactly the pistons will go. Like that. Okay. And that's all the pistons we have, except for the one that's lower, but that's all the sticky pistons we have. And you want to put soul sand because this slows down items, even though they'll still be moving. And fences so that the items can fall off. I'm not sure if that's actually ever done anything, but it's theoretical and you should put it in. So the water will go right there in the bay. We'll put that later. And that should not be activated by a piston. Otherwise it's going to intrude in the control panel. Okay, so the dispenser just goes right here at that torch. And now we're making the wires and finishing the end gate. So these wires will connect to the light blocks, which will indicate the team that currently owns the base or tower. We had to offset them a bit just to match the screen because the RS NORs are actually offset. And now we're putting in the single piston, and we're going to get the water as well as spider webs, which will slow the items down even more. With the spider webs, when the item's currently going down them, the item cannot be knocked off, so there's a bit of safe zones for the players at certain points. Okay, there we go. And the water will just go right in here. Perfect. Well, we had to put the wooden pressure plate there. You cannot use a stone pressure plate because those don't even go on fences and items don't activate them. But we're going to use the stone pressure plate for the control panel because they look a bit nicer. And then also you need the indication colors. These can be used on either side. And careful for the water, usually destroys a bit of stuff. And there we go, fixed. Okay, so let's get the lever in there and make sure it's facing the right way so that players can actually tell where it's facing. And let's put in the red wool. That's a bit of a mistake there that I made. So we're nearly done. We just had to do the finishing touches with the glowstone lamps. We had to put in the cobweb still. We'll do that in a moment. And let's load up the dispenser with whatever we have in our inventory. I like to use redstone. And so as you can see, without the webs, the item just goes flying. So we need those, that's definite. And one down here. Oopsies. There we go. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll catch you next time with either another building tutorial, redstone tutorial, or short film. Thanks for watching.